Updated 5 minutes ago. 1. Harold Landry Boston College, 6'3", 252. Landry developed his edge rushing skills while starting at defensive end for Boston College the past 3 years. A bit of a surprise, he returned for his senior season after accumulating 161 half sacks, 22 tackles for loss and 7 forced fumbles as a junior. He was limited to 9 games because of an ankle injury in his final season and still totaled 5 sacks and 81 halves tackles for loss. 2. Lorenzo Carter Georgia, 6'6", 250. Carter often played on the line at Georgia but projects to move to outside linebacker in the pros. As a senior, he had 41 halves sacks, 71 halves tackles for loss and led the Bulldogs with 3 forced fumbles. 3. Uchenna and WOSU USC, 6'3", 251 and WOSU started his final 27 games at USC. As a senior, he had 91 halves sacks and 111 halves tackles for loss to go along with 9 quarterback pressure. He also deflected 13 passes. Like others in his class, he projects as an outside linebacker in a 3-4 scheme. 4. Dorian O'Daniel Clemson, 6'1", 215. O'Daniel fits the mold of the athletic outside linebacker who can play all over the field. He excelled on special teams for Clemson before breaking out on defense as a senior when he led the Tigers with 103 tackles, 111 halves for loss, and 5 sacks. He also broke up 3 passes. 5. Shaquem Griffin, Central Florida, 6'1", 227. Griffin didn't let a birth defect, he doesn't have a left hand, hinder him in college, and he wowed at the NFL Combine with he ran a 4.38 40 and did 20 repetitions on the bench press with the aid of a prosthetic. He was the AAC Defensive Player of the Year as a junior, and he repeated at first-team All-Conference in 2017 when he had 74 tackles, 131 halves for loss, 7 sacks, 1 interception, 3 passes defensed and 2 forced fumbles during an undefeated season. 6. Fred Warner, BYU, 6'3", 227. Warner started 3 seasons at BYU. As a senior, he led the team with 87 tackles, including 9 for loss. He also broke up 5 passes and had 1 interception. Warner had a knack for being around the ball, forcing 12 turnovers in his career at BYU. 7. Jeff Holland Auburn, 6'2", 249. Holland replaced Carl Lawson, who led all NFL rookies in sacks last year, as the Tigers' top pass rusher. He was a first-team All-Conference pick in the SEC after collecting 13 tackles for loss, 10 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. 8. Kamoko Toure Rutgers, 6'5", 252. Toure had 2 surgeries on his right shoulder in 2016. He returned for his redshirt senior season and had 4 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble and 2 fumble recoveries. NFL teams hope he can return to form he showed as a redshirt freshman when he had 71 half sacks and blocked 3 kicks. 9. Arden Key LSU, 6'6", 238. Key's off-field issues at LSU, he reportedly entered rehab for marijuana issues, overshadowed his work as an edge rusher. He also was plagued by injuries in his junior season and was limited to 8 starts. He finished the 2017 season with 4 sacks, 51 halves tackles for loss and a forced fumble. 10. Josh Sweat Florida State, 6'4", 251. Sweat is another edge rusher projected to play outside linebacker in a 3-4 defense. He left school after his junior season when he started 12 games and had 51 halves sacks, 121 halves tackles for loss and 3 passes defensed. Best fit for the Steelers. Hercules Madoffo, Washington State, 6'1", 254. Madoffo could provide late-round value as an outside linebacker in a 3-4 scheme. He played along the line at Washington State but is undersized for the position in the NFL. The Steelers need depth at the position and could invest a pick on the 3rd day on an outside linebacker. In his final college season, Madoffo had 10.5 sacks and ranked in the top 5 nationally with 22.5 tackles for loss.